I think it goes without saying that everybody on this planet wants to be liked and respected. That fear of someone not liking you or somebody absolutely obliterating you in front of your friends and you not having any comebacks, so now you're just standing there with this face and you're trying everything in your power to prevent that day from coming, but in reality, it happens to the best of us. But there might be certain things that you do that make people lose respect for you and you don't even know that you're doing them. And today from this video, you might realize, oh wait, that's me. Starting with number 1. You're too negative. You're a pessimist. You're a half glass empty type of person. You're always the victim in the situation. You have that the world owes me mentality.
Oh, life's not fair. I didn't get that promotion because I'm not good enough. The world's out to get me. Nothing will ever work out for me. It's me versus the world.
You want to know what the person that says that they can and the person that says that they can't have in common? They're both right. Let me tell you something you already know. Life is tough, but only if you let it be. If you have this negative mindset, life is going to be a lot harder for you rather than the person that has a positive outlook on life. That I can do anything that I set my mind to mentality. If you're that person in the room that always talks about how bad the world is and nothing but your problems, just constantly filling people's ears up with how unfair your life is, it'll cause them to eventually not want to be around you and ultimately lose respect for you. Number 2. You take yourself too seriously. The reality is, no one wants to be around a person that takes themselves too seriously and gets all defensive when someone pokes fun at them a little bit. You guys may know somebody like that. When you're in a roasting session with your buddies and you roast that one guy and he's all like,
bro, stop, that's not funny. Or I didn't even do that, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you telling people that?
A vibe killer, they're a vibe killer. You guys know them, there's always that one guy in the group, or girl, I mean, it can go both ways. The biggest way to show that you're not an insecure person is to not take yourself so seriously. Loosen up. If it's your turn to get roasted, it's your turn, that's the game. Clap back at them or just laugh about it. But it should always be in a fun way. If they flat out disrespect you or go too far, that's when it's okay to create a line and call them out on it. There's nothing wrong with defending yourself when it comes to that. But don't be that guy or girl that takes everything to heart, especially when it's not a huge deal. And it's also very important to not become defensive when it comes to your relationships with your partner. Being defensive blocks connection and overall creates isolation between the two of you. Fellas, if your girlfriend tells you that you no longer listen to what she has to say anymore, don't clap back at her with something like, oh yeah, well, you never do fun things with me anymore. Just following up with another criticism, because instead of hearing out what my girl has to say and how she feels, I'm just gonna tell her what she's doing wrong. That way, I won't be in the wrong. And vice versa. Don't let defensive behavior ruin relationships with the people in your life. Number 3, you're a pushover. A people pleaser. This is my question to all the people who feel like they have to be liked and do what others say and completely disregard what they're feeling in a situation just to have that little bit of gratification that they might be a little more liked by their peers. Why? Why do you want to be liked by Susie and Kyle so bad? Even in a situation where it could potentially not end in your favor or pretending to agree with something you don't actually agree with, what is it that's lacking in your life that you need to try to achieve their acceptance? If the people you surround yourself with no longer want to be around you when you start saying no to them, bye. That's a telltale sign they're not really your friends. Real friends accept you for who you are. You as a person need to set boundaries and start being assertive. The root problem that causes people to be a pushover can be low self-esteem, trauma, and the urge to be liked. How can you expect others to respect you when you don't even respect yourself? Be who you are and learn to love yourself. The people that are meant for you and respect you will naturally gravitate towards you, and the people that don't gotta go. Number 4, you interrupt people. Don't be this guy. Picture it. You and your buddies are talking about whatever. And just when you're midway into giving your point, this guy just butts in and cuts you off to deliver his. And for some reason, it's always the conversations that are important to you and the ones that you're pouring your heart out to. And Josh over here just needs to get his point across. Don't be like Josh. Be quick to listen but slow to speak. Really try to hear what people can say. Maybe you'll learn something. Number 5. Peacocking. There is a fine line between being confident and being arrogant, and I'm sure you know that. But just being an overly cocky person will just naturally make people lose respect for you. If you're constantly flaunting and thinking that you're big and bad and you're that dude, like I said, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. There's definitely a time and a place to be a little cocky, but if it's like an all the time thing, like that's just your personality, that's not really a good look, bro. Listen. If you're the person in the room that just constantly talks about themselves, doesn't let the other person talk, and you're just filling their ear up with how great you are and how great your life is and all your accomplishments, do you think they're gonna think to themselves,
man, this person has my utmost respect for them, the way they've been talking about themselves for the last hour and a half.
Number 6, you show up late repeatedly. I don't know why I did that so energetic, like that's not a good thing. People don't respect the guy that's always late. Believe me, I know. I used to be one of those people. I was the kid that would be late for everything. Ultimately, part of growing up is realizing that you have to be on time to places, especially important places like your job and family events. How do you think your best friend's gonna feel when you're late to his birthday party? Do you think he's gonna have more respect for you because of that? Late people tend to be less responsible and less trustworthy. Being on time to places shows people that you actually care. If that means waking up an extra 20 minutes early just so you can get ready and be on your way, that's what you're gonna have to do. There can be serious consequences to being late, such as you getting fired from your job or people cutting you off. If you're someone that's always late to places, I feel you, but it's time to cut off that bad habit. Number 7, you treat people based on personal gain. This is the person that'll only be around you or talk to you when they need something. These people are toxic and you should honestly always stay away from them. If they see you doing good in life, they'll hit you up out of the blue for help to get where you're at. If you feel like you're at the top of your game and this person pops up out of nowhere when they never supported you when you were down, that's a telltale sign they're probably just gonna want to use you. There's a lot of these people in today's day and age. A day and age where life exists on social media and people are so used to comparing themselves. Which, if you haven't seen my video on how not to compare yourself, here it is right here. They'll want to do whatever it takes to be successful without grinding for it themselves and finding a way to do it. And they'll go as far as to befriend someone just for their personal gain. That's the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of my videos, be sure to click here. If you made it to the end, I love you. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends and family. Maybe they can take away something from this too. Be sure to subscribe to this channel as well so we can keep expanding this family of ours. I love you all very much, and I will see you on the next video.